Um, okay. Okay. One moment. Do 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 do. Um, 1. One moment. Maybe a little more than 1 moment. I have to see if Bro is gonna join. Because I'm going to sleep after this. I'm so tired. Um, oh no. Already getting some warnings on the old YouTube. That's not good. Ignore. My I'm gonna get banned. My buddy old pal is supposed to join and he's not responding to my text messages. Let's call bro up. I cannot hear it at all, but just gonna call him and be deaf. Hello. It's stream time. Bye. Alright. He knows now. What are you yelling at me for? Hold on. The stream bit rate is currently lower than blah 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 blah. Don't care. I mean, I guess we could just go watch. I saw something, and it's actually like diabolical. Like when I started watching stream, I opened his story. Dude selling T-shirts with AI generated art. Like, I'm like 99% sure that's illegal. I don't think you can do that because AI is trained with other people's art. Like, I don't think that's allowed. I don't I I'm not really sure about the law wherever bro is, but I don't think you can sell other people's art for profit in most places. Like, what is the bro calling me again for? Uh, uh, we're not gonna call through it. I've just come to inform you it's stream time. Oh, okay. I texted you and I don't think it went through until like 2 seconds ago. Yeah. Okay. All right. Goodbye. All right. We're good now. We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Okay. Part one. Bang. Maybe bang. It's not 3.5 seconds. That's not that bad. It's normally worse than that.
Cage an angel. Step 1. Exploit your planet's resources. Step 2. Exterminate the wildlife. Step 3. Watch your species fall into disarray. Step 4. You are now on the brink of extinction. Pray, pray, pray. Step 5. Watch the divine messenger descend onto your world. Step 6. They want to help you use their kindness. Strap them into your angel engine. Step 7. Siphon their energy. Perform miracles. Step 8. Return your planet to its former glory. Profit.
Real. Alright, so just like right off the bat, there's not really a lot to talk about here, other than the fact that it's entirely made out of AI, except for the plot. The plot is good. I've watched the whole thing numerous times, but like, come on, brother. Vosk, were you here for what I showed at the start of stream? Because dude was is selling merch made off of AI. Like that's like the first thing I know. Because I tried to start stream like almost an hour ago now. I was planning on 7:30 and then my PC had a heart attack. And as soon as I opened the page to get ready, Dude selling t-shirts. I didn't think that was legal because AI is trained off of stolen artwork. I didn't think you were allowed to do that, to be totally honest. Apparently you are. Real. Like, it's got an interesting enough plot that you don't need crazy visuals. Loki, you could get away with, like, something like this. You could probably get away with just, like, photo editing, you know? Like some analog horrors do, where they just take images and edit them to make them look different. But, like, I didn't know that was legal. That's actually crazy. Um, Also, like, where did the there was like a comment in here that was talking about, yeah, I don't actually care that it's made with AI because it adds to the it adds to the message, but I think that's kind of like contradictory because I feel like the whole series could be used as kind of like a metaphor for AI and why you shouldn't use it. And then the entire series is just made with AI, so it's kind of just contradicting itself. But let's continue.
How to find the angel engine. Step 1. Journey to the Holy Land. Step 2. Search the desolate terrain for the great thorns. Step 3. Step into the burial site. Step 4. Look upon me, look upon me, look upon me. Release me, your wage will be plentiful. How to find...
I will say, also, I'm probably gonna be pausing after like every video just so YouTube doesn't cook me for stealing other people's content. But what I will say is that I think it's a very like clearly bro has his practicing with using AI art because you won't really find much that has like as much consistency as far as like the main people go outside of this. I mean, I don't really know if that's like a good thing. I mean, I guess if you're gonna use AI, at least make it consistent. Um, but I think he does a halfway decent job, at least with the main characters, of like keeping how they look consistent. But there are also times where he doesn't, and the thing with an analog horror is that it tells you like so little. So when you have inconsistent imagery at times, it's like, is that a new character or is AI just not generating it correctly? No, I haven't been keeping up with Mr. Beast. But like there are some characters that I pretty sure are the same characters that just never look the same throughout um any of the videos. You won't see that with Squarehead or Bronzeface. This is Bronzeface. That was a game. They coined the name. Game Film Theory did. So I'm just gonna steal that from them for simplicity. And then they called this guy Triangle Head, but that's clearly a square. He looks like the Duolingo bird. You know what I'm talking about? Like the shape of the head looks like the Duolingo bird. But yeah, so he's Squarehead and this is Bronzeface.
Is coming.
Do not let him in.
Do not be deceived.
He
Probably.
is not your friend.
He has no
Let's just say it there. Just some more cryptic stuff. Cool.
Help me.
We ran every test in the book on this guy here, and the results are incredible.
I think like the delivery of that line is so funny. Like, yeah, we ran as many tests as we could on this guy over here, you know, and it's pretty cool. You know, we tried every torture method imaginable on this guy over here. I just think that's funny since he's supposed to be a scientist, and he's referring to the angel as this guy.
Help me.
We ran every test in the book on this guy here, and the results are incredible. There doesn't seem to be a limit to its energy output. Meaning, if our current results are anything to go off of, we could power the whole world for millennia.
Oh.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am standing before you on this day as a man, a husband, a father, as your president, but most importantly, as a citizen of this country. I will not sugarcoat our current situation. We are on the cusp of war. This is not a test, this is not a joke.
Real.
Unfortunately, the truth.
That's why I was initially like, okay, maybe it is an AI, but like,
Our enemies are readying their nuclear arsenal.
because I've never seen somebody generate AI like this. Like, it never looks like this.
Help.
So I was a little put off. I'm like, okay, is it actually AI? Because, like, it doesn't really look like your traditional AI generated art, but it is AI generated. So with this episode, I think what he does is, like, I think he might draw some of it, because there's, like, so much consistency that I think he draws it and then, like, plugs somebody else's art into it to enhance it. Just because I feel like some of these are so, like, well generated, and it seems like he's getting, like, exactly what he wants out of it. So I feel like he might, like, draw some, probably not well, but probably just, like, an outline of, like, what he wants it to look like, and then plug somebody else's art into it. That's my theories. Alright, anyway, this episode, this fellow over here is Uriel, and he's also Bronzeface, we think. I mean, there's like, when you're making an analog horror, there's really no way you're gonna use AI and make everything make sense. Because there's way too much inconsistency for you to even figure anything out. These are just some images. Wallpapers.
Listen to me. You are in great danger. I have traversed the gulf of time to bring you this message. He is not I. You do not possess the means to restrain him. He will break free. He will destroy you. Do not let him in.
Cool.
Are we back?
Yeah.
My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We have encountered some technical issues, but I believe the problem has been resolved now. They call it the Second Tower of Babel, but will the mega complex standing behind me really spell doom for humanity, or will it catapult our species into the future? The testing ground, housing a total of 200,000 workers, has been erected here, in the Negev desert. With the goal of testing a new state-of-the-art technology, scientists have dubbed the Angel Engine.
This is some really amazing stuff.
I mean,
Not
it's
only
AI.
has this
What can you
technology
expect?
solved essentially all our energy problems, but we are now very close to cracking the process behind the production of artificial miracles. It might be too early to tell at this moment, but if we figure it out, this may very well be the greatest invention in the history of mankind.
Says the project's director, Dr. Jeff Ernstman. It is clear that such a technology, if used correctly, could do much good in the world. But in recent
I don't
weeks,
think so.
millions of people have flocked online to voice their concern and disapproval as reports suggest an actual sentient angel had been trapped inside the machine. We have secured an exclusive interview with Dr. Ernstman, hoping to find out more about this miracle machine and its maker.
Listen to me. You are
As far as the interviewer goes, he does sound real.
I
But
have
like,
traversed
there are
the
times
gulf
with
of
like the
time
same characters
to
where
bring
you can tell they're
this
absolutely made with
message.
AI. Sometimes it's just so flawless that it's like, okay, is it really AI? But I don't think it is.
Angel, are you confirmed?
What? Another F? At this rate, I'll never get into a good college.
Don't be so sure about that, kid.
World-renowned scientist and director of the Miracle Machine Initiative, Dr. Jeff Ernstman.
Yours truly. What if I told you there was a way to get a great education despite your bad grades?
That sounds amazing. What do I need to do?
It is really easy. All you have to do is head on over to angelengineinitiative.org and sign up to become a volunteer.
Thank you, Dr. Ernstman. I'll go sign up right away.
No problem, kiddo. Go make our country proud.
Like in this one, you can tell, like there's some imperfections in the voices.
How to survive.
That one was on purpose. The art style in this one was on purpose because it's supposed to be like an
At
advertisement.
this rate, I'll never get into a good college.
Don't be
This
so sure
isn't
about
like
that, kid.
the actual. This is like an
World-renowned
ad they
scientist and
made
director of the Miracle
to
Machine
convince
Initiative,
people to go
Jeff
join the
Ernstman.
Angel and Engine initiative, so they could test what they could do. It is really good if it is AI, but there are definitely some inconsistencies still, even outside of that.
To survive in the Holy Land. Step 1. Pack enough supplies. There won't be any. Step 2. Do not let the forgotten find you. They do not take kindly to foreigners.
I don't think it is.
3.
I think he just chose random music that's creepy, because in literally every other one he has Lavender Town. I don't think it's anything like significant. I think he's just randomly picking scary audios just because they're eerie.
Do not stop. He will catch you.
I see you.
Do not listen.
Lavender Town is creepy, but he's like, I don't think it has like significance.
Deceiver cannot harm your soul.
Yeah, I'll note it if I could notice.
Allow it.
See, and it's like weird here because there's almost like
How
emotion,
to
you know?
survive
Because like, when he's like
Holy Land.
saying that the deceiver is there,
1.
which the deceiver is the weird looking angel guy we've seen.
There won't be any. Step 2. Do not let the forgotten.
Also, I will say with how many different images of this guy they've generated, they've stayed like surprisingly consistent.
Find you. They do not take kindly to sky. Your eyes, they will melt.
Okay, so right here, I'm not gonna pause it, but like here, he almost sounds frantic.
Eyes, cover your ears. Do not stop. He will catch you.
Like that entire like do not stop, he'll catch you. There's like almost like emotion behind it. So like that's really well done if it is AI. Like you gotta hand it to him, even though it is AI. He knows how to use it. You know. Just more wallpapers. This one was cool because it's a poem that was written in 1903, and it's like it's representative because obviously the Angel Engine is a thing. So there's obviously I'm like they definitely stole this from like 28 Days Later or whatever the movie's called. 100% they saw that trailer like, yeah, I want to do that, and then they did it. But because obviously the Angel Engine is a thing that's been created. So obviously people are going to want to fight over control over it. So one of the big plot points in this is that there's a huge war going on. I don't know, whichever one just came out. I think it was Days, I don't know. Also, I know we just started the video, but I think it's really well done how he like transitions the faces, you know? I don't know if that was like if he generated that or if it was AI, but I mean, I don't know if he generated that or if he like photoshopped it, but I thought it was, if it was made by AI, that's pretty impressive to me. See, that's what I thought, but like I think I don't know.
There's no discharge in the war. Don't look at what's in front of you.
There's one scene in this that looks so goofy, and I'm gonna pause and I'm gonna show it to you.
Men go mad with watching him. There's no discharge in the war. If your eyes drop, they will get the top of you.
Right here. Look at this dude. Look at this dude. I don't know what went wrong here. Look at him. What in the world? Look at his waist. It just like stops. It looks like they put like different legs on a different body. Like, what are they? What was, and he doesn't even have shoes. It's like his pants are merged with his legs. It looks like he has deer hooves. Yeah, clearly. Also, why is there just a tank without, like, a gun? What's the point of a tank at that point? But anyways, everything else is pretty well done, I think. I think this is like one of the coolest pieces in the entire series, but I think it's highly contributed with the fact that there's actual voice acting. Um, Still cool, but it feels a little more eerie and cooler than the rest of the parts. Anyway, magazines, we are gonna read these. I don't think I actually read any of these. Dr. Jeff Ernstman first burst onto the scene of the scientific community in his early 20s when he became the youngest ever recipient of a Nobel Prize in chemistry at the age of 25. It seems like he was destined to be one of the scientific world's brightest stars. I am here to bring this world into the future, he proudly proclaimed as he accepted the award, a bold statement, especially by a man whose brain only recently stopped growing. Nonetheless, many of the greatest minds on this planet looked on in awe, believing every word the young man had uttered. But soon the spotlight which had been shown on Tot, the young star, grew dimmer as Ernstman found himself unable to reconnect to his previous success. Just like that, the man who was once considered to be the future of science was swallowed into total obscurity. It was only this year, almost 2 decades after first winning his Nobel Prize, that the genius doctor reemerged from the limbo of scientific unimportance and reminded us of the promise he made all those years ago. Ernstman has returned, and this time with an invention he describes as the most important in the history of mankind. A miracle machine that seemingly turns your every wish into reality. In the months following this announcement, Ertzman seemed to be the subject of every international headline. Within a matter of days, the once forgotten genius had been transformed into one of the most famous men on the planet. However, not everything was as it seemed, and the newfound success came not without its fair share of negative repercussions. Once it was revealed that the Angel Engine, as the doctor had dubbed his new invention, was using a real sentient angel cage within the machine to make its miracles possible, many began to criticize the project. Some began raising moral and ethical questions, while others started discrediting the doctor's work, stating the angel would be the only reason for his success. No. In recent news update on the project's official website, www.angelinitiative.org, Ernstman spoke out about these criticisms, seemingly hinting at a new invention that will silence all his naysayers. Dismay not, big things are coming, he told his followers in the ambiguously written statement. As word spreads that Dr. Ernstman has agreed to an exclusive interview with National News, we can only hope that more information will be revealed soon. I don't know if this is important or if he just, like, screwed up, but it's kind of weird how the revealed is spaced out. I don't know if that's significant, but I might take note of it. Alright, here we go.
Please state your name for the camera.
Uriel.
Welcome back to the Barry Donovan Show, ladies and gentlemen. Many see him as the savior of our species, while others think him a fraud. However, one thing is for certain. Dr. Jeff Ernstman is the most famous man in the world right now. We here at the Barry Donovan Show were able to secure an exclusive interview with the man behind the machine. Live from the second Tower of Babel, please welcome Dr. Jeff Ernstman.
Thank you, Barry. I am thrilled to be here today.
It's my
Okay.
You found yourself
What the
on the
freak?
receiving end of a lot of criticism in recent weeks, particularly regarding your treatment of the angel. Would you like to say something about that?
You know, Barry, I thought long and hard about the discussion at hand, and I think it is a very important discussion to be had indeed. But there is one thing most people don't consider. We ran the tests, and they all showed the same thing. If the angel
Why does he look like Purple Guy?
could, yet he chooses to stay. I think that makes things clear enough.
In the same vein, many have also tried to discredit your work, claiming the angel was the real reason for your success. That must be quite infuriating, right?
You know, Barry, that is actually why I wanted to come on here. To make an announcement.
An announcement? Well, let's hear it.
Many of you have doubted me in the past weeks, but I am happy to remind you that I remain the smartest mind on this planet. And to prove this fact to you, I have been working on a new invention. Exactly 1 week from now, it shall be revealed to the whole world. Then all of you will be forced to realize that I am who I am.
That sounds like quite the statement. Can you tell us more about this new invention of yours?
All I can reveal at the moment is this. I am no longer in need of that angel to make my experiments work.
Oh.
Please state your name for...
Okay. So, couple of things here. One of the biggest inconsistencies in this series is whether or not Uriel is deciding to stay or not. Because it's like, on one hand, you could just say that he's staying because he wants to help people. So even though it's hurting him, he's staying because he wants to help people. But also, on the other hand, you gotta take into account that I think it makes sense that he's deciding to stay. But I also, you have to take into account that it's very heavily implied that Satan helped Dr. Ernstman to create the Angel Engine. So I think it's entirely possible that he can't actually escape. I mean, either way, like, it's not like a super big issue to like figuring out the plot. But like, it does kind of raise a question of like, if he's staying, why would he be like begging people to free Boy? Like, pretty much every time we see Uriel, he's begging for somebody to release him. So, like, I don't know where I was going with that. I just thought it was worth saying something. I'm not gonna attempt to pronounce that. Somewhere in Israel, Dr. Jeff Ertzman, world-renowned scientist and leading mind behind the Angel Engine Initiative, was attacked by an assailant in the early hours of March 26th in front of Solomon Hall, where his new invention was scheduled to be revealed mere hours later. Reports suggest the assailant used a homemade firearm, striking Ertzman twice in the abdomen and once in the face. Ertzman was rushed to the local St. Mary's Hospital, where an emergency surgery was undertaken. His current condition remains unknown. The assailant, later identified as 32-year-old Jensen Goldstein, was caught by local police sources about 5 blocks from the scene of the crime. He is currently being held at Israel Police Station and awaits further proceedings. Continued miracle scientist shot in assassination attempt following widespread media reports. Many of Ernstman's colleagues voiced their support of the former Nobel Prize recipient. I am beyond speechless, said Dr. Louis Marquez of CERN. Jeff, I don't know why I almost said Geoff, remains one of the brightest minds on this planet, and attempting to dim such a brilliant man, all because you disagree with his ethics. It goes to show how far we've fallen as a society. My prayers go out to Jeff and all his friends and family. With Ernstman's fate hanging in the balance and the Angel Engine cloaked in secrecy, the world finds itself at a crossroad. the line between miracle and monstrosity has never been thinner. Yeah, no, he does. I think he might just be cracked out though. Actually, the theory that I heard that I agree with the most is that this guy was actually possessed by the deceiver in order to kill Jeff so that the deceiver could take over Jeff's body. Because, like, the whole thing with the Bible is that the deceiver is gonna take the form of, like, a high political figure that is well known and, like, a lot of people like. So that's, like, the main theory that I agree the most with, is that the deceiver possessed him in order to dispose of Jeff so that he could take over his body. And as the dust settles in Beersheba, a single question echoes louder than gunfire. What price are we willing to pay for the wound?
You want an autograph or something?
I think that's so funny right here. Like, some of his lines are just so funny in the way they're delivered, and also, like, who's gonna see a cracked out guy in a hood looking at you and saying God is coming, and then going, "You want an autograph or something?" Like, yeah, I know. It's used in a lot of different things. I don't know where it originated at all. It's used in a Minecraft mod. It's used in other stuff somewhere. I don't know why they made I don't know why they made the deceiver like friggin' Kronos from God of War 3, but whatever.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. You may not know me, but my name is Stephen Eckelbloom, and I am the head spokesperson of the Second Tower of Babel. I am certain by now you have heard about the terrible tragedy which has befallen our director, Dr. Jeff Ernstman. On March 26th, only hours before presenting his new invention at Solomon Hall, Dr. Ernstman was attacked by a violent, murderous fiend whose intent it was to tear down everything my dear friend has built for himself. During this attack, Dr. Ernstman was shot 3 times. It is with the utmost sorrow that I deliver this message to the world. Jeff Ernstman passed away this morning as a result of his injuries.
See, and this is another inconsistency, because it says 1,000 years, but I really don't think, I think that's literally just a mistaken generation. And the reason I think that is because there's another person who dies later in the series, and there it says 2033 instead of 3033. And people do say that they, like, I don't know if he ever responded and said it was a mistake or something. It's a typo. There it is. Yeah. Because I was gonna talk about that. Yeah, they did change how his name was spelled in the captions. I was gonna say something about that. Another thing. There's a little quote that I popped in the thumbnail because it's kind of significant. He added all intelligence, looks, fame, like a Promethean titan. Dr. Jeff Ernstman single-handedly catapulted man into a new age, an age of miracles. His invention, the Angel Engine, may well go down as the most important scientific advancement in the history of humanity. But in light of his tragic passing at the age of 41, many now question what will happen to this fabulous machine. Is there a successor to the formal normal laureate? I don't know how to say that word. One who can take the reins and see this project through to the end, or will the Angel Engine soon become a relic of the past, too advanced for us to understand without the guidance of the good doctor himself? In search of 4 answers, it's a possibility. Many point to one troubling detail. Jeff Ernstman remains quite stubbornly deceased. Might this be an indication of the worst-case scenario? Are the scientists left at the second Tower of Babel truly incapable of carrying on the great Ernstman's legacy? In an official statement, Stephen Eckelblum... Well, he was kind of already famous before the Angel Engine was a thing. Plus, it really doesn't seem like that was his goal. It really feels like he did make the Angel Engine in the intent of helping humanity. And I think the Deceiver just got the better of him. Well, yeah, but then he came back with the Angel Engine, and it was important because... Like, so far with what we know about him, I don't feel like he'd use the engine for something that trivial. Because I really feel like he is just a guy. That's true. I really feel like he's just a guy that... I don't think it's covering much, is it? Oh, yes, it is. My bad. But, it really seems like his actual intent was to help people. But, like, I think he got a little lost in the sauce along the way. Since his passing, we attempted to bring Jeff back a multitude of times, but as it stands right now, the machine simply won't do it. As with all things, we believe this process may simply take some time. Nonetheless, the team and I are certain that eventually our dear friend will be brought back to us. Finally, Mr. Eckelblum offered a more confident update on the fate of Ernstman's last invention. Tragically, Ernstman, who was attacked mere hours before his invention's grand unveiling, was robbed of the opportunity to reveal his newest creation to the public. As for Jeff's latest invention before his passing, we have not forgotten about it. Far from it. In fact, we were about able to move the grand unveiling to April 1st. The venue remains Solomon Hall. With recent events unfolding, the whole world is looking to Beersheba for answers. What will happen on April 1st is anyone's guess. One thing is certain, however, though, God may be dead, but his angel remains. And that's like pretty symbolic, I'd say, because yeah, no, I did notice that, and they've been saying that for like 2 or 3 months now, and as far as I know, he's made no attempt to hire any. Because I did see that, but I don't think that he actually intends on doing it. I think that's just something that... I mean, he clearly isn't poor. These videos are accumulating millions of views. I don't know how well Instagram's, like, revenue is, but you can afford to commission artists with... I don't think he's making any attempts to, especially with seeing the shirt that he made entirely out of AI art. I don't think he's making an attempt. I think that was just something to ease people Well, I think he's even gotten a lot of traction on YouTube. I think. But I really feel like it was just something to, because he's never been very apologetic about using AI. So, like you can see it in some of his comments. He does. It's just under a different name. But like, he doesn't really seem to care enough to hire artists. And clearly he's getting enough popularity without hiring artists. And he's been making it with AI this entire time. So I don't think he's going to. Because if it's working without having to pay artists, why would you go out of your way to pay artists if you think AI is ethical? Which he's voiced before. So I don't think he's actually going to do it. Anyways, this quote is kind of significant here. God may be dead, but his angel remains, because they put it in the one of Mr. Jeff dying. I think that's a quote from the Bible, maybe. Probably not, actually, but it's a quote from something. And they used it here because it's supposed to symbolize how the people view Jeff as God, because they kind of abandoned the actual God and just think that this guy... I don't know. I've never read the Bible. I'm not religious. But it's a quote from something. I don't know what it's a quote from, but it's a quote from something. I ain't reading all that. Well, I get the story of it. It's where, I know the basics of the Tower of Babel. It was where everybody tried to build a tower to the heavens, and it's where everybody's languages got broken up to make communication harder. I know the basics of the story, so I can see why they call it the second tower. I don't think I need to know much else other than that. I don't think there's enough to analyze here that I would have to read the actual Bible, because there are things in here that are just pretty basic, you know? Like every allusion to the Bible in this is pretty easy to understand. If they make more complex stuff later on, I'll consider it, but I don't feel like reading all that.
I see your spirit. I see your flesh.
What's that? I don't think that was a female voice. That's the artificially made one. Oh, well, I guess I haven't revealed what his invention was yet. Oopsie.
You didn't really think I'd miss my own invention's big unveiling, did you? Now, without further ado, let me present to you my blessing upon this world. The world's first artificially created angel.
They did.
Would you be so kind and tell the audience your name?
Barakiel.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am standing here outside the walls of Eshel Prison, where mere hours ago, authorities have reportedly found the deceased body of Jensen Goldstein, also known as the Solomon Hall shooter. Goldstein had been housed in the maximum security facility after he became the prime suspect in the assassination of Dr. Jeff Ernstmann. Though the cause for the suspect's sudden passing remains yet to be confirmed, whispers claim the death had been of self-inflicted nature. Coincidentally, this comes mere days after Dr. Jeff Ernstmann's miraculous resurrection and return to the spotlight.
I love you.
Yeah, I think it was just an angel thing. But I think it's pretty significant that they named the is it?
Fresh.
Ha ha ha.
I gotta rewatch
Why
it.
the shocked faces? You didn't really think I'd miss my own invention's big unveiling, did you? Now, without further ado, let me...
Why are people in the comment section calling Barakiel cute? That is not cute in any way.
The world's first artificially created angel. Would you
Well, I mean, I think
kind
it's
and
pretty
tell
clear
the
what they're
audience your
saying.
name?
Barakiel.
I mean, I can try to
Good
reverse
evening,
it, but
ladies
I
and
don't know if it's
gentlemen.
actually gonna
I am
do
standing
anything.
here outside the walls of Eshel Prison.
I think it's
where mere
just
hours ago, authorities
supposed
have
to be weird
reportedly
sounding to
found
make
the
it
deceased
eerie.
body of Jensen Goldstein, also known as
I'll give it a
Solomon
reverse,
Hall
but
shooter.
like I think the words it's
Goldstein
saying are
had been
pretty clear.
housed in the
So
maximum
I don't know
security
if
facility
reversing it is
after he
actually gonna make
became the
anything
prime suspect in
sensical.
the assassination of Dr. Jeff Ernstmann. Though the cause for the suspect's sudden passing remains yet to be
Anyway, what I was gonna say
confirmed,
is I think it's important to note that Barakiel is named Barakiel because there's actually an archangel called Barakiel that's like real. And that's kind of like their final middle finger to God by naming it that, because it's like, yeah, we can make your stuff now, and really we have no use for you anymore at this point. That's basically all I had to say about that.
How to awaken your angel engine. Step 1. Create your main frame. Step 2. Prepare yourself for what?
Now this part is some of the most inconsistent imagery you're gonna see in the series.
Step 3.
Like, that doesn't even look like Jeff. And also Jeff's like whole style. Like Jeff's style completely changes. Like he starts looking like this in every episode, I think.
How was it, being dead and all?
Fuck you.
Sorry, what was that, Jeff?
I said fuck you. Now turn off that camera.
Good one. Almost got me there.
I am not joking. Turn it off.
I don't quite understand. You do know we are live, right? What are you doing? Stop it.
How to awaken your...
But he's got his other hair colored back now. May 6, 2023, Beersheba, Israel. Over a month ago, Dr. Jeff Ernstman was declared dead after falling victim to a terrible assassination ploy, but now he has returned, presenting to the world his biggest, newest, and biggest invention yet. An artificial angel named Barakia, with previous attempts of resurrecting the brilliant scientist having gone fruitless. Much of the public had been left wondering about the exact circumstances which facilitated his sudden return. Now Jeff is back and doing what he does best, making headlines. After his unannounced return sent shockwaves across the scientific community, the world's most famous man made an appearance on the Barry Donovan Show, aiming to dispel rumors and set the record straight. The interview started off on a composed note, but was abruptly cut short after Donovan posed a simple question to the world-renowned scientist. How was it being dead? I don't know. I think it's just AI generation inconsistency. This seemingly harmless question was all it took to send Jeff Ernstman into a frenzied state of fury, and the world's smartest man soon began hurling insults at his interviewer and former friend. As the segment reached its boiling point, Dr. Ernstman demanded the cameras be turned off, but after his request was denied, the man who returned from the dead took matters into his own hands, seemingly ordering his newly developed artificial angel to destroy the camera, and in return halting the program. Though footage of the interview had surfaced soon after it aired live on TV, it now appears to be fully scrubbed from the internet, or whatever. Ertzman himself has not yet given any statement regarding the recent incident, but his colleague and compatriot Stephen Eckelblum was quick to speak out about the recent event. Dr. Jeff Ernstman's recent actions were unacceptable, and we at the Second Tower of Babel want to apologize to anyone who had to witness his poor behavior. Nonetheless, we hope you can understand and forgive our friend. As you can imagine, having fallen victim to such a heinous assassination attempt, Jeff has been subjected to a lot of stress recently, but worry not, we at the Second Tower of Babel work closely with him to help him get better. If there is one person on planet Earth which can make it through such adversity, it is my dear friend Dr. Jeff Ernstman. The head spokesperson of the Second Tower of Babel shared on the institution's official website. With uncertainty lingering, one may only wonder, is he who returns still the same brilliant scientist, or is what remains a mere shell of his former self?
I'm really trying here, Jeff, but you have to let me in first. No one can help you unless you want to be helped.
You have no idea, Stephen. You can't help me. You can't help yourself. You can't help anyone. Now, my eternal rest is no more. Now, my mortal wound spreads. Now, Babylon has fallen. Now, I am.
A voice
Well,
was heard.
yeah, it's the deceiver still.
Lamentation and bitter weeping. Rachel weeping for her children.
Refused to be comforted for her children because they
Were
no
more.
kind
Yeah, I know.
of
I'll have to do some research on that one because I don't know what that is.
you and my suffering.
Mr. Ernstman.
I think this is like probably their creepiest episode yet. And then we got the Block Blast ad.
Where is Jeff?
We can look at it anyway. I don't think there's going to be anything important in here.
You want to know what I'm doing? I'm playing Block Blast.
The kid isn't Jeff. The kid is the savior, which is pretty much the person who's supposed to bring end to the apocalypse and free all the angels from their angel engines. That's why we keep seeing him when they're talking about being freed. It's because I think the leading theory is that we're seeing two different points at time. So like with Jeff and all that, that's one point in time when the angel engines were first being created. And then when the Savior's time, that's like after the war and everything. And he has to go around and free all the angels. And that's why Uriel also appears as Bronzeface. Because he's been trapped in the engine for so long that in the future, that's what he looks like. And that's why we see him like that in the Savior episodes. And that's why Squarehead looks so like he was wired up and all that, because in the future or whatever. Because there's only one angel engine that we were told about when Jeff was timed, and then now we got Squarehead also in an angel engine. That's like what makes the most sense. Probably what I'm going to talk about in the video.
Block Blast, you say? Can I play too?
Not right now. I have to break my record.
Are you winning?
Shut up, I have to focus.
Tell you what, this does look like quite the nifty game.
I know, right? It's the only reason I've been able to stay sane in here. Download Block Blast today.
Yeah, apparently. Let my boy Uriel play.
Zapped again?
Let my boy Uriel play. Been torturing my boy this whole time. Let him play Block Blast, bro.
How bad's the pain from 1 to 10?
10.
Good. I think this one's good to go. What do you say?
Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. In the last weeks, whispers of a new invention at the hands of Dr. Jeff Ernstman and the Second Tower of Babel have made the rounds. Soldiers of steel, imbued with energy from the Angel Engine,
Real.
dubbed the Angel Core. Today, these whispers are no longer mere rumors.
Bro's just wearing a shirt that says Angel.
In an exclusive interview about the tower's newest invention.
Why is he wearing like a sweatshirt over his...
It's a pleasure to be here, Russell.
Bro.
As you can see,
What is the
ladies and
fit?
gentlemen, one such machine is standing behind us at this very moment. What can you tell us about this new project, Mr. Eckelbloom?
As you may know, we at the Second Tower of Babel work hard each and every
Yeah.
day to create a society.
They're supposed to be
without
militarized,
where
so they're supposed to be
every
like
person
portable
can harmony.
versions of the
Our
Angel
world
Engine.
is an enormous place.
Whoa, what is
And
it
there are too
doing?
many. Oh, don't worry about it. There are too many problems in it at any one time for one single machine to solve. These robots function, in a sense, as a smaller, more portable version of the Angel Engine, designed for field deployment. If the Angel Engine is already occupied, or its use is simply deemed unreasonable for certain, smaller problems, these machines can jump in and take its place.
Ow, that hurts. What is going on? Get him off me.
Oh,
Now.
it should not be doing that. Turn off the camera. Turn it off now.
What did they do to my boy? Bro got Medusa'd by a 12-foot tall angel machine.
How bad's the pain?
Alright, and now we've reached the final episode.
Today's special report, National News remembers our dear colleague and friend, Russell Westbrook, who sadly passed away last week during what was supposed to be a routine interview for this very format. Dramatic scenes in Rome as thousands protest outside
Also,
the
this
latest G20
art
summit.
style for whatever this guy
Things
is
heat up drastically
so
inside
far
the Senate.
attached from the rest of the series, and I don't
Physical
like it.
altercations between numerous heads of states. Our correspondent, Tina Clark, is at the scene right now with the latest news.
Thank you, Terry. Reports are still unclear, but it appears the scuffle broke out during a panel discussing control over the Angel engine, with 7 world leaders allegedly having taken part in the altercation. We are currently waiting for the specific details to surface. In the meantime, I would like to draw attention to the crowd behind me. As you can see, thousands have gathered here in protest of the Angel engine, demanding stricter regulations regarding its usage and the development of new technologies adjacent to Dr. Jeff Ernstman's miracle machine. Among other reasons, the untimely passing of our dear friend and colleague Russell Westerbrick seems to have been a prime catalyst for this mass uprising, with the hashtag Justice for Russell having amassed over 20 million posts in its first few days. Public outrage surged even higher after the host nation, Italy, revealed it will be employing the Angel Engine core, the very technology that ended the life of our friend as a security measure at the G20 summit.
Please get back. Don't do it.
And that's what we got. That's all there is at the moment. I love how dude was just casually carrying a bomb in a crock pot. Like, you know what my biggest beef with this series is? My biggest beef isn't even that it's made with AI. Is that it's made with AI and there's like 3-week gaps between episodes.
Good. I think this one's good to go.
This one's posted on June 7th. The next one wasn't posted until June 22nd. Why does it take you 15 days to make a series that's entirely made out of AI? Brother. You're gonna make me wait 15 days for your computer to generate all these images. This is outrageous. That's my biggest beef with this series. Not even that it's made with AI, that's not made with AI efficiently. They don't. The only date that matters is that the one where Jeff was reincarnated, that was posted on Easter. That's the whole story behind that one. Because it's representative, you know. Jesus rose on Easter, so now new God has to rise on Easter. Cool. Anyways, that's the stream. I need to go to sleep because I'm gonna pass out. Bye.